Hello there everybody, my name is Vision and today I'm going to show you an easy starter setup for Project Exodus. So first things first, you want to go down to your inventory and you want to find your stone dropper. Easiest way to do it is to set it over in the corners so that way you have extra room and space on your base. So next you want to get a common conveyor, and yes, there are different ones, there are multiples. As you can see, I know I've seen a lot of people use the centering conveyor just as their main conveyor. Really, you don't need that. So to start it off, you just want to get a couple dollars to go through. And the next thing you're going to get is you're going to get a couple of these ore polishers so that way you can really get some money started up. I would recommend as soon as you get 50,000, get this advanced furnace because that's really going to be important whenever you need to get extra money. So really, we can go ahead to speed up the process a little bit. We'll place 3 of these, then place a couple conveyors so that way we'll get it going a little quicker. Now if you see, each of these has their own description. Majority of these are cash capped upgraders, which means this has no limit. This has a limit of 200. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull these back. We're just going to get a couple of those to start off with. We're just going to place them down. And now instead of it being a base of 2, it's now a base of 17, $5 each. So next thing you want to do is you really only need this to start off with, but getting these as early as possible is a lot better because it's a 1.5 times multiplier. Having these in the very beginning is really what you want because yes, these add $5, but these multiply it by 1.5, which is honestly a lot better than having that because it's already went from 17 up to 38. Next up, if you can, get a bunch of these to get it up to 200 and then save for 3 triple orb cleansers. So what these do is you're going to be moving these around through your base constantly because it's 0 to 20 million. Having it in the beginning is what really helps you out. But as of right now, you don't really need them. But you do need a handful of these ore enhancers. So as you can see right now, we've already got it maxed out and it actually maxes at 290. So right now we're going to get 1, 2, and we're going to save up for our 3rd. So these are going to be getting moved around throughout the setup. Yes, it's going to take a little while in order to get the highest amount that you need. Since everything down here costs a little more, you're going to be removing items from your setup in order to replace them for new ones. Go ahead and get this advanced. We're going to replace that. Now this has a 1.5 times multiplier. So we're already making great progress. Like I said, I've seen a lot of people do many different kinds of setups, but this is one of the easiest starter setups in order for you to actually make money pretty easily. So this has a cap from 1,000 to 5,000. So right now we can't really use this past this because it only goes up to 300. But we can use it after this. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this. Let's say we're going to get about 5 or 6 of them. Now these do have to be centered. So what we can do, we can put a common conveyor and then we'll put a centering right here. Now I know you're not going to have the same base size as me, but just work with what you have, get as much RP as you can so that way you can level it up. So that caps at 5,000. Now when we go up into it next, This is our next goal. This maxes at 25,000. You can start it from 0 to 10. So really we could remove all of these and just cap it at this. But the best way to do it is to go and upgrade your mine. Now this is what you want. You want at least the emerald dropper before you start using those upgraders, because if you don't have this, you're not really gonna make as much as you want to, and you're not gonna be able to conserve a lot of space, because really you have about this much of a cutout compared to what I have. So like I said, it does take some time in order to actually get your money started up, but once you do, it becomes worth it. So we can afford a few of them. We'll go ahead and buy 3. And now we'll scroll down and we'll go ahead and start the placement. Already making right at 25,000. That's good. That's a great start. A lot of people don't really know how to place these. That's why I'm here to show you today. See, it maxes out at what, 16? So we could probably get 2 more. But really, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this emerald mine. And now I could show you exactly what I was talking about whenever I said you're going to be moving these around a lot. So we'll go ahead and withdraw these, get rid of these, we'll get rid of these. So we're going to go ahead and start off with this emerald. So each ore drops at 400. Now since it drops at 400, we can go ahead and, let's see here. We can go ahead and put 2 of these to help it. Now it's not going to take it above 1,000, but it gets close. Actually, I think it does. Oh, it does. Okay. So now we have that 3rd one to place later. So now we've just condensed your entire setup by over half. So that's already a really good start. So now we can go ahead and start placing our ore evaluators. Okay, so you see the flashing? The flashing means you cannot upgrade it anymore. Either you cannot upgrade it or it is not the required amount to be upgraded. So we'll go ahead and remove that. And now we can go ahead and place our last triple ore cleanser. And we'll go ahead and place our advanced furnace. So we went from making right at 25,000 to over 70,000, even 88,000, depending on if it hits the center or not. Now let's see here. These, you're gonna want at least 2. 1 will not cut it. If you don't have at least 2, all of your ores will not get the upgrade. So we're gonna go buy 1, buy 2. 1 and 2. Now we'll place this. This should get you well over 100,000. Now you will hear the flashing from time to time, but that's just because it already hit the first one and then it hit the second one right after. See, majority of my ores are selling for 194,000. Some sell for 88. Those are just the ones that don't hit it. You can use 3 of these. They won't count for 3, but all of your ores will hit these upgraders. Okay, now next up, you're going to want to get this as soon as possible because that is a 3 times multiplier. If you go through, you have to read them. This is a regular multiplier. This is a cash cap. This has to go in the beginning. When you get this, you put this in the very beginning with your mine because it adds a 5 times multiplier. Let's see here. When you can get these, they're very useful, but you have to have them hit it. If they don't hit it whenever it's facing in, it's just not going to give you the multiplier. As soon as you can set this diamond dropper, you will not have to worry about all of these, because it's immediately going to start at 1,000. So you can just go straight off of these because the multiplier is going to be exponential whenever you do. So we're going to go ahead and we could get these. Yeah, it'd be better to get these, but this honestly helps out a lot more as well. But we're going to go ahead, get 4 of those. Now you want them after your cash graders. If you put them with your cash graders, there's no point in having them. You can put them here at the end because this cap is 20 million. I don't think they're hitting that. No, they're not. They will hit this set though. Yes, they will. So now we're making over 200,000. It is a very easy process. It is not too difficult. The main thing you have to do is look over and see if they're a cash grader, like a cash cap, or if they're just a straight multiplier. If you have a straight multiplier, you always put your multiplier at the end of your setup. You always want to have your cash upgraders first, because if you don't, you're not going to get the full effect out of the multipliers. But anyways, I just wanted to make a quick recap of the game, so that way you know exactly what you have to do, how to set it up. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoy.